I've actually got it all written down because I'm like shaking. Hi guys, today I just thought I'd do a kind of deep video in a way. I just needed to talk about it once in my channel at least. I'm going to talk about what it's like to live with a disability. I suffer with one disability, and that's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. You may not have heard of it, or you may have heard of it as an EDS. The description of Ehlers-Danlos is it's the name for a group of rare inherited conditions that affect the connective tissue. And if you don't know what connective tissue is, it's what supports your skin and your tendons and your ligaments and your blood vessels and your internal organs and your bones, so everything doesn't dislocate or get injured very easily, because without it you'd constantly get injured, which is exactly what happens to me. EDS is caused by faults in the gene that are given to you by your mum or dad in different EDS types. You may have gotten from both parents or one. In my case, I've just gotten them from my mum, and it's passed down from her dad. And it's a fault that makes your connective tissue either just not be there, or it may be very, very weak. In my instance, it's very, very weak. It just might as well not be there at all. Right, the EDS that I have EDS type 3, or EDS hypermobility type, or as EDS-HT, as it's written in hospitals. The people with hypermobility can suffer with loose and unstable joints, clicking and joint pain constantly, extreme fatigue and bruising very easily. Extreme pain and can bruise with just people even pinching them. Like, the amount of time someone's just literally just flicked me and I've instantly got bruised there, it's stupid. It's constant dizziness. Whenever you stand up, your heart just races. And that's also another condition that's connected to EDS. A problem with your internal organs. I'm lucky enough to not have that side of EDS, hypermobility type. I just have the loose, unstable joints and the constant dislocations and the dizziness and the extreme fatigue. The amount, like people may say, oh, I'm really extremely fatigued, but I can sleep from 9 PM and sleep till 2 PM the next day. It's ridiculous, and then get really tired still. It's really crazy, and you think I'm lazy. So if I pull out an event last minute, I'm not being lazy, it's literally because of this. Right, and this is how it affects me on a daily basis. Some days I can have like a really, really good day, and I could go and do sports, and I can do everything that I'd want to do. But some days I am stuck with wheelchair and crutches, and this doesn't, I can't suddenly feel it in my body. You have to just go by what your joints are feeling that day. So it's really hard for me to plan an event in the future because I don't know how I'll be feeling. So that's hard for me to have a job as well. So I currently don't have a job. I just have a cleaning day whenever I kind of want to. So if I ended up working in a restaurant, I'd be like really bad because I end up dropping everything. I have several types that can control or help my condition or my joints. I have, to start with, I have this electric bed. This electric bed can go, I have a remote on the other side of my bed, and it can go up and down, and it can go like this, or it can go completely flat. Put my feet in the air, put my head in the air, it depends how I'm feeling. Recently I've kind of had it like this, where my hip, recently I dislocated my hip, and it's been really painful, and so I've had to kind of put like 5 pillows underneath me and kind of just lay like I'm on a sunbed or something. With this weather, it does feel like you're on a sunbed constantly. I also have these two, and they're literally my lifesavers as well. They've got like pink, I don't know what they are. They're just material that my mum put on them. Another way that I go daily without is all of my support drawer. In here are some that have been subscribed by a doctor, have been given to me by a doctor. This is like a haul of supports. This might as well be. I've got like 50 in here. And the last thing that I want to like kind of slightly go on is how it affects me at school. Right, currently I'm doing my A levels. I'm in year 13 now because this is my holidays. I do media, PE. First thing, you're probably like, why are you doing PE? I can choose whether I do the physical part or not. It's not judged on your physical ability in the PE that I'm doing. It's just based on your coursework basically, so I'm alright with that. And I'm doing photography. So photography I can easily do at home, and media, it's mostly write-in anyway, so they just send me work home if I need to stay at home. And I'll get around school if I need crutches. It's kind of all stair-based, but I leave lessons early as well, which is helpful. Or I just don't go to school because a lot of the time I can't go to school because of that. And in exam situations, usually we all sit in a church, all packed together kind of tightly, but after an hour I need to stand up and kind of walk around, and I kind of need to like relax my joints, otherwise they get really tightly like compacted and they will get like stuck and they'll dislocate really easily, and so I can stop the time and walk around, which I did in my media exam, but I'm in a different room. Because if I'm in the same room as everyone else, they're going to be like, what the hell is that kid doing pacing up and down in a room? The only issue with my condition is that it's invisible. If you saw me out of the street, I could be walking like anyone else. I can be running like anyone else. But under my clothes, I can have all of them supports on and you wouldn't even know. But some days you definitely can tell that I have a disability, or I could be accused of faking it. The amount of times I've been accused of bunking off school or being late and all of this. Yeah, the amount of times I've been called a liar and faking because of that. I could be one day doing all my sports and the next day I could be down in a wheelchair. I can't predict it. I was 15 when I was diagnosed, and I've had it all my life, but I've never noticed that there was something wrong because it's so because the condition is so not talked about. I have no idea what it was, and straight away we went straight on the internet and found it and read all about this. I could be in a lot worse situation, that's all I'm saying. This is the most common type. Even though this stuff is my life now, there's so much that it could change. I'm lucky enough to be in the better situation than a lot of people. A lot of people died from this in different EDS types. The main thing that I've got to do is just constantly keep a smile on my face, because you don't know if I'm hurt or anything like that. At the moment I'm alright, but yeah. So what I was saying was, yeah, just don't judge anyone. Like, anyone could be suffering and you don't know. It's the same with depression or any condition like that. It's a mental and physical disability. You can't tell when someone's suffering and you don't know how much it means to them. So anyway, I promise I'll get back to my normal videos soon. And anyway, yeah. So thanks for watching. So if you stayed to the end, thank you so much. And please leave a like below and subscribe if you're new. If you've just found my channel, please subscribe above. Great. And yeah, by the way, that's what my name means, MyZebraLife. Zebra is a common animal that's like used as a EDS type, if that makes sense, because when you hear hoofbeats, you think of a horse. You don't instantly think of the zebra. And that's what people diagnose EDS as, something else straight away. And that's the issue. We're not seen as what we are. So anyway, my name is Amy and this is my real zebra life. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.